Hey guys, this is Adobe InDesign Chapter 5, Working with Color. We're going to complete pages 538 and 539. So in your book, it asks you to open up 5/3. Okay, and then we're going to save it as lab cover. Okay, you can see I have it as lab cover in my Chapter 5 for Adobe InDesign book lessons, and hit save. Okay, verify that the swatches panel is open. I'm going to go ahead and minimize the pages panel and open up that swatches panel. Click the swatches panel options button. Then click new color swatch. Verify the process is chosen for in the color type text box is CMYK. Right here, CMYK. Remove the check mark and name the color value. Name with color value. Then type pink in the swatch name text box. Type 15 for cyan. Press tab. Type 70 in magenta and tab. 10 in yellow and tab. And 0 for black. And then hit OK. Display the color panel if necessary. Which I don't see my color panel. So I'm going to go to Window and then Color. And here's my color panel. Click the color panel options button. Then click CMYK. And verify the fill button is activated. Drag the cyan slider in the color panel to 50%. Drag the magenta slider to 10%, or you can just type 10. Drag the yellow and black to 0. Okay, so now you're going to drag the color from the fill button on the colors panel to the swatches panel. There's our new swatch. Okay, so verify that the cyan, that it says cyan 50, this is the name, which are the values for the different colors. Verify that this swatch is still selected on the swatches panel, which it is. Click the swatches panel options button. Then click new tint swatch. Drag the tint slider to 35%. And then hit OK. There's a new one. Duplicate the text layer. So we're going to go to the Layers panel. And we're going to duplicate this text layer by dragging it to the Create a New Layer button. Then rename it Colored Text. Hit OK. Click View on the menu bar. Point to Extras. Then click Hide Frame Edges. drag and drop the cyan 50, magenta 10, and then 0, 0. Drag and drop that swatch from the swatches panel to the outmost black filled frame. Click the selection tool, then click the brush up text frame, then click the Formatting Affix text button on the tool panel. So the Formatting Affix text button is something different that we're not used to, but it does tell us where to go, and it says the tool panel. This is your tool panel, and this little button right here is your Formatting Affix text. So go ahead and click that. Click the cyan 50, magenta 10, yellow 0, and black 0 swatch on the swatches panel. Click the holiday issue text frame in the lower left, which I think is here. Click the Formatting Affix text button on the swatches text button. Okay. So it looks like we can click here on the swatches panel. Then click the paper swatch on the swatches panel. Click the type tool. Select all of the text in the Puppy Love text frame. Then click the pink on the swatches panel. Select all of the text in the Fetch text frame. Then click the cyan 50, magenta 10, yellow 0, and then black 35. So that's the new tint on the swatches panel. So it looks like I didn't have the entire word Fetch selected. So I'm going to deselect so we can check it out and see what it looks like. Yeah. I need to highlight that entire word, Fetch, and then go back and click on this one and ready to move on. Number 9, on the bottom, on the middle column of page 538, it says, click the click to select item buttons on the colored text layer to select all of the items on that layer. So we need to look at our layers panel right here, and then here's our colored text layer, and if we hover over this little button, it says click to select items. So we're supposed to click the click to select items button. Okay, I clicked on it. I don't know if it made much of a difference. Let me make sure. Okay, so we can see here I have my selection tool, and then I clicked on it and it looks yellow. Click Object on the menu bar, point to Transform, and then click Move. Verify that there is a check mark in the Preview checkbox right here. Then we're going to type -0.03 in the horizontal text box. Type -0.03 in the, type -0.03 in the vertical text box. -0.03 in the vertical, and then hit OK. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, deselect everything. I'm going to click out here in the gray area to deselect. Okay, click the Swatches Panel Options button, and then click New Color Swatch. New color. Oh, I'm in the Layers panel. That's why it's not doing anything. So here's the swatches. Click right here, and then New Color Swatch. Click the Color Type List arrow. Color Type List arrow right here, and we're going to click Spot. Spot. Click the color mode list arrow. Then click Pantone Solid Coated. Pantone Solid Coated. Right here. Ooh. So those are all the different Pantone colors. Type 117 in the Pantone text box. Right here. 117, that's the number of the color. Then click OK. You can see that's the color we just chose. Change the fill. It says change the fill on the cyan. So we're going to open up the color on here to 50. You guys see how I double clicked here? Let's see. I'm going to hit cancel. Let's double click here and see if it does the same thing. Yep. So we're going to type 50 on cyan. Type 10 for magenta. And then we're going to hit OK. Click the imported graphics layer on the layers panel. To target it. Click the selection tool. Then click between the dog's eyes to select the frame for placing a new image. Click File on the menu bar. Click Place, and you're going to navigate to the Drive folder where you save the Chapter 5 data files, and you're going to click Lab and then hit Open. So we need to go, before we do that, once again, we're going to go back to our files here, and then you're going to find the Illustrator Lab. So here it is, we've downloaded it. So we're going to go back to Adobe InDesign, and then we're going to go to File, Place, and this is all in alphabetical order. Maybe. Oh, here it is, Lab. And then hit Open. So there's our lab. It's filled with Pantone 117C. Click the photo layer on the Layers panel. Click the dog graphic in the document window. Click Edit on the menu bar. Click Copy. Click Edit on the menu bar. And then paste in place. On the Layers panel, drag the Indicate Selected Item button from the photo layer up to the Imported Graphics layer. So we're going to click on there and drag it up to the Imported Graphics layer, and our lab text has disappeared. Click File on the menu bar, click Place, navigate to the drive where your Chapter 5 data files are stored, and then you're going to double click Wally Head Silo. So let's go over to Canvas and find that Wally Head Silo, and it's downloaded. You saw the little arrow. Okay, then we're going to go to, I'll lift that up so you can see, I did it 3 times actually, and let's go back to Adobe InDesign and go to File, Place. You're familiar with this process, and find where it placed the Wally Head Silo, and I coincidentally have 3. And double click that. And there we are. Oh, I guess that's Wally, and his head is now in front of there. Okay, double click the Wally head silo. Wally head silo is the identical to the dog photo, with the exception that it was saved with a clipping path around the dog's head in order to remove the red background. So let's go ahead and deselect, compare your work to figure 61, and then save it.